Hey, thanks for stopping by. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And this morning I'm working on my camera, and I would plan to do some testing with that MFJ vertical antenna. But wouldn't you know it, it hasn't rained in 3 weeks. It rained last night. I saw on radar that it might be some rains in the area, so I put a plastic cover over the transformer box to protect it from getting wet. And yep, sure enough, this morning everything's wet, so I gotta wait for it to dry out. So I thought, while I had some time, I would experiment with trying to improve my video quality down here in my workshop. Now, what I normally use down here is this old Sony, it's a DCR-DVD 650 camera, and it is a digital recorder. It does record on memory sticks and on these small CDs, but the highest quality of the video is 480p, so not too good. And I still will have to use this when I go outside, because I'll need something that's remote, you can carry around. But I hope to improve things maybe in my workshop. And I thought my Logitech C920 camera, the software for it, I thought it would be too much for this old Dell computer I have out here. So, but this morning, since I couldn't work on the antenna, what the heck? We just set it up and see what happens. Well, it's working. I don't know if it's going to crash or what, but it's working right this minute. It has some drawbacks right now. Number one is I've got the camera mounted in the same place up on the ceiling of the workshop like I had this one, but this one has a much higher zoom. I think it's actually a 60x zoom optical. Another reason I bought it. This one I can show you right now. I can only get like 3 or 4 zooms. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. And here's number 4. So still pretty far away. You wouldn't be able to see the display very well. So the next thing I will have to attempt to do is put up another piece of wood that's vertical, that I can bring the camera down closer to my desktop and have it so, because I'm at highest zoom now, so I can have it that maybe at 2x zoom or 3x zoom, I can get a good picture of the display of this or anything else I have sitting on my desk. And the other disadvantage is this is the same camera that I use at my desk up in my office. So I got to disconnect everything, and I've got the wires tie wrapped so that they don't flop down. I have to undo that. Same thing up in my office. I keep everything tied off so that the wire doesn't flop around. So the other option is to get another one of these, or maybe one with a slightly lower resolution. Like I think there is a C520. This one actually does up to 1080p, but of course the files are going to be pretty big at 1080p. So I normally use it, and what I'm using it at right now is 720p. So we'll have to figure out what else we can do. So I can have a better camera for inside my workshop as opposed to this antique camera. And maybe that's another thing I could do, is look at updating the a video camera, or these are called handycams. Get a newer one of these, although I don't know anything about them nowadays. I bought this one about 8 years ago, so I'd have to study up on those. And so that's where we're at, trying to make some improvements. And I think this will work if I add another piece of wood and get that camera lower. So anyway, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.